welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, the source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, the source radio. It is now 6 minutes past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. And on the phone here, we've got Mr. Steve Sayles from Amtrak here to talk a little bit about how, well, Florida cities losing 50% or more of the Amtrak services due to the July 6 cuts. Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And just to verify or get things clear, I don't work for Amtrak. We are the Florida Coalition of Rail Passengers, and we are a full voluntary army that is out there trying to get more rail. And I also belong to the council as a council rep for the National Association or the Rail Passenger Association as well. So that's what we do is full-time and full volunteer. So, what they're trying to do is they've gotten a benefit package for the coronavirus, but then decided, well, we're going to go ahead and cut some, make things back maybe in October. And all of a sudden they came up and tried to do a sneaky little thing, an end around, if you will, on saying July 6th. And they were going to go ahead and cut Florida trains by 50%. Now, some cities will benefit or still have daily service, but it'll only be like one train a day versus 2 trains a day. But the major thing is Tampa, Okeechobee, and a lot of these things that are listed on there are going to be losing only just going to go down to 3-day trains. And by doing that and not having daily service, that's going to really, really hurt the system.
Yeah. Now, why be sneaky? What's their agenda there with making this happen so quick?
Well, first of all, I think their whole thing is they don't care about long-distance trains to begin with. They want to concentrate on the Northeast Corridor. They claim it makes money, which it really, really doesn't. Their bookkeeping is kind of like suspicious, and just any kind of like local or smaller state-run trains. And so this is, in my mind, a lot of our minds, is the fact they're trying to basically kill Amtrak, at least the long-distance service, and go from there. Amtrak was on its way to becoming breaking even for the first time ever, and the efficiency has gotten better and better and so forth. Subsidy-wise, I know we hear this all the time. Every form of transportation gets subsidy. You know that. 50% of the gas taxes pay for the roads, and that's it. And then everything's just dipped in the general revenue and that kind of thing. But I think they're really, I don't think they really care. And we've got the Congress and the Senate basically behind us, or basically behind us. And I think what we'd like people to do is if they want to have trains, we need them here. I mean, we're the third most populated state of the union, and all we have is roads. And we got all these retirees. I mean, you got the villages who has, I think, are they up to 2 zip codes now? And they want an alternative form of transportation. Baby boomers like us eventually are going to retire and give up our cars. And it's just, it's kind of discrimination in a way, too. But, and also even hurricane season, don't even bring that up, because that would be great as far as using that to help evacuate people. But it's really, we're really concerned about this, because we've got people like from Miami to Tampa. That's such a great route there. I mean, a lot of people count on that train daily. I mean, about 150, 200 people a day get off at Tampa Union Station. 140,000 a year get on board Tampa Station. And for them to all of a sudden just stop and go down to 3 trains a day is just crazy to us.
Right. Now, for most people, would they just assume that in a way, as much as you're talking about we don't want this, but would most people assume that, considering like we've seen with the airline industry adapt and change to the surroundings with COVID-19, with, the middle seats being unoccupied and only filling a certain percent of capacity? What would you say to the people that we kind of saw this coming?
Well, everybody understands about the fact they're going to be having to cut back a little bit. I mean, the airlines, but if the airlines still are going to be trying to maintain daily service. Right. And if you know that you can't, there's an old saying, you can't cut your way to prosperity. And they're thinking that they're going to go ahead and be able to just cut back on these trains, and then they think they're going to get the ridership back. Well, it's not going to happen. No. It's going to go ahead, and they've tried this thing before. And here's the other thing. They talk about temporary. Well, there was a train that ran from the Sunset Limited all the way out to Orlando. And when Hurricane Katrina came through, the tracks got beat up, but they got repaired right away, and they never, ever replaced it. But yet they just call it suspended. And so anything that we're afraid they're going to do as far as temporary is, like my father said, if it's temporary, it just stays right there. That was just kind of a joke with our family. But that's what we're afraid of, too.
And that's interesting because, like you said, it's one of those things that you're saying that if it does get, like you say, 50% is a lot when you think about what you were describing there. Now with that 50%, you're saying that might not even come back when you think about later on, maybe things getting back to some normalcy. It's important too when you think about the idea of just having public transportation. That's one of the things, like you said, with our population and how big our state is.
Yeah, it's very, very important, and I'm afraid that once you start to drop service, that people are going to go ahead and just give up on it, and it's not going to be effective for them because they can't take the train. They don't know a schedule as far as daily trains, and it's going to be connectivity time. It's going to be a headache. But I really feel that management at this time does not care.
Yeah.
And that's why we need people to be concerned about this. I mean, I don't think anybody's even aware of it happening even October 1st, let alone July 6th.
Right. And, with that, it's interesting because you said that this would have been the first year in a long time that they would actually broken even, Amtrak?
Yes.
Why?
Everybody thinks that they're going to try to make money, but as far as, again, efficiency and so forth, fuel efficiency, the whole 9 yards, they've been getting better with it, and it's doing great.
Gotcha. Now, one more time, partner, just to reiterate, like you mentioned, so there in the beginning, that you don't work for Amtrak, but you're part of a bigger picture. You're part of a bigger picture. Talk a little bit about that. With the
our two organizations have been around for a long time, especially the Rail Passenger Association since like 1967. 1971 is when Amtrak became into being because the railroad said, that's it, we don't want to have passenger service anymore. But our Florida Coalition's been around since 1983, and we are just, again, all volunteer Army. We care about what's going on. We want an alternative plan. We want people to be able to, do something besides roads. You've got, over 3,000 deaths, going at Florida just alone, just below California and Texas. And so highways are dangerous and so forth too.
Yeah.
So, but we want people to have an alternative form of transportation. And again, the people who don't have gave up their cars and so forth need to be able to. It's discriminatory as far as that's concerned. And again, hurricane. What kind of plan do we have except for just to go sit in gas lines and then also sit on the interstate, right?
That's true. That's true.
So let's get more rail going here, and then we can get people out of harm's way.
Absolutely.
But the governor is they're all trying to build toll roads right now because nobody has the guts to say we need to raise the gas taxes if we're going to go ahead and get money for full infrastructure and So, but we're all volunteer Army, and we care about what's going on, and we want people to be aware of this stuff.
Like you mentioned, for the cities, the list of the cities, you mentioned Tampa and Okeechobee as one, but the other cities listed as losing 50% of their service: Jacksonville, Palaca, DeLand, Winter Park, Orlando, as big as they are, 50%, Winter Haven, Kissimmee, Sebring, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Deerfield Beach, Hollywood, and Miami. Miami, as big as Miami and Orlando are, 50%. That's a lot. That's huge.
Right, because what's going to happen, though, is they're going to still have a daily train in some of these cities, but they were used to having 2 trains a day, and now you're cutting that back, too. So they're going to do 4 a day for the Meteor and 3 a day for the Silver Star, but it's really the cities that, like I said, a major city, Tampa, for them to lose and just get 3 a day, trains a week is absurd.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, partner. We appreciate it. Steve Sayles, we appreciate the time, partner, and thank you for the information. We appreciate it, and you guys have a great 4th of July.
Well, you too. If I could just go ahead and just give them the website address for us, please.
Absolutely.
Okay. It's www.fcrprail.org. That's fcrprail.org, and then go on there and find all sorts of information about rail travel.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very, very much, partner. We appreciate that. And thanks for getting the word out there.
All right, Adam, thank you very much for your time.
You got it.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You got it. WOCA Ocala, back after this.
WOCA.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
Prescription opioids can be addictive and dangerous.
My son was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioid. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed to be the one to go get his suit and tie and pick which sneakers that I'm going to bury him in. My son overdosed at the age of 22 years old.
Prescription opioids. It only takes a little to lose a lot. Visit cdc.gov/RX awareness.
Brought to you by the Department of Health in Marion County and Ocala Fire Rescue.
David Moore here, running for Marion County Property Appraiser. I believe in faith, family, and freedom. I have over 29 years of experience in the real estate and finance industry. I own a local realty. I have a bachelor's in business and master of arts in leadership. I believe that my education and experience makes me uniquely qualified to be your next property appraiser of here in Marion County. I have both public and private sector experience. For more information, go to davidmoore.com. Political advertisement paid for and approved by David Moore, Republican candidate for Marion County Property Appraiser.